Close your eyes. Picture it, beneath an ancient tree in deep night silence. The real struggle isn't the darkness outside, but the war within. Fears, desires, sheer exhaustion rise like demons, pushing you to abandon your deepest purpose, to surrender. But what if you simply wouldn't? What if, despite the world's fury and doubt's whispers, you stayed? What profound power could unyielding perseverance truly unlock when a spirit refuses to be broken? Today, we'll explore Nintai and how it forged Buddha. Ever felt like just throwing in the towel? You know, giving up on a big career goal, a tricky relationship, or even a personal passion project? That little voice inside, it whispers, "It's just not worth it. This is too tough. You can't really pull this off." Man, that feeling hits us all at some point, doesn't it? The plain truth is, we all face our own maras, those sneaky internal and external hurdles that just seem impossible to clear. But what if I told you that ages ago, one man faced the ultimate test of wills, not for a job or a partner, but for the very essence of reality and ultimate freedom? His journey isn't just an ancient tale. It's a profound mirror reflecting our own internal battles and his eventual triumph, a brilliant beacon for the virtue of perseverance, known in the East as Nintai. Now, Nintai isn't just about simply not quitting. It's a much deeper concept. It's the profound ability to endure with immense patience, to stand absolutely firm and unshaken, even when it feels like your entire world is crumbling down around your ears. It's that quiet, unwavering strength that keeps us pushing forward, regardless of the pain, the paralyzing fear, or the relentless, nagging doubt. This incredible virtue wasn't just some abstract idea. It genuinely shaped the destiny of a prince, and in turn, the entire arc of human history. Siddhartha Gautama's story isn't just inspiring, it's a living testament to what happens when Nintai takes hold. He didn't just passively endure, he actively chose to face his demons head-on, transforming his personal struggle into universal liberation. So, get ready to truly immerse yourself in one of humanity's most potent narratives about the sheer resilience of the human spirit. This isn't just a history lesson. It's an invitation to tap into that same unbreakable will within yourself, to understand the depths of perseverance required to overcome what seems insurmountable. Siddhartha's path illuminates our own potential for transformation. Before we plunge deeper into this incredible tale, would you do us a solid? Please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. You'll unlock more timeless wisdom. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling inspired, and drop a comment below. We'd absolutely love to know where you're watching from. What city and country are you tuning in from today? Siddhartha Gautama wasn't born seeking enlightenment, mind you. He started life as a prince, sheltered from suffering, living a life of utter luxury. But eventually, he saw the harsh realities of old age, sickness, and death. This profound realization shattered his comfortable world, leading him to abandon his palace, wife, and child in search of a deeper truth. He tried extreme asceticism, but found it didn't work. After years of wandering and experimenting with various paths, he finally arrived at a specific spot in Bodh Gaya. There stood a magnificent fig tree, its branches reaching wide, offering a sense of profound peace and ancient wisdom. It was beneath this very tree that Siddhartha decided his long and arduous spiritual journey would reach its ultimate culmination or its final end. He'd tried everything else, right? Austerity, self-denial, extreme meditation. None had brought him the full liberation he so desperately sought. So, he settled himself beneath this sacred tree, a deep conviction settling in his very bones. This was the place. This was the moment. He knew the truth was within reach, if only he could push through. With an unyielding resolve that would awe anyone, Siddhartha made a solemn, life-altering vow. "I will not rise from this spot," he declared, his voice firm, "until I have achieved complete enlightenment, even if my body were to wither and disintegrate into dust beneath me." Talk about absolute commitment. He literally put everything on the line. This wasn't just some casual promise. It was a total, irrevocable commitment to his ultimate purpose. That single vow, made under the ancient branches, set the stage for the most intense spiritual battle ever chronicled. He was prepared to face anything, absolutely anything that would come his way. No turning back now, no matter what. This particular scene establishes the critical proving ground for his Nintai. It's where Siddhartha's intellectual quest transformed into an unwavering existential act of perseverance. He wasn't just sitting, he was declaring his unbreakable will against the universe, ready to face the deepest challenges, understanding that true transformation demands such fierce personal resolve. As Siddhartha sat, unwavering, a formidable force began to stir. Mara, the lord of illusion and death, recognized the immense spiritual power emanating from the prince and was absolutely none too pleased. He feared that Siddhartha's enlightenment would break his hold over the suffering world, so he launched his first, most insidious attack, not with violence but with temptation. Mara's strategy was cunning, truly designed to exploit human weakness. He sent his 3 stunning daughters, Tanha, desire, Arati, discontent, and Raga, passion, to tempt Siddhartha. These weren't just any women. They represented the pinnacle of worldly allure, promising him riches, unimaginable power, and the kind of sensory pleasures that most people spend their entire lives chasing. Imagine the scene, these alluring figures dancing, whispering promises of a return to his opulent princely life. They appealed to every buried memory of comfort, status, and the loving family he had left behind. It was a fierce internal struggle, a mental tug-of-war against the pull of an easier, far more comfortable path, one where he wouldn't have to endure such profound hardship. This wasn't just about resisting physical temptation, you see. It was about confronting the mental attachments to everything he had ever known and enjoyed. His mind would undoubtedly have conjured vivid images of his palace, his beautiful wife, his beloved son, all the warmth and security he'd sacrificed. What a test of his dedication, right? Here's where the virtue of Nintai truly shines through. It's not about being immune to desire. It's about the incredible capacity to acknowledge these powerful distractions, feel their pull, yet steadfastly maintain focus on your higher purpose. Siddhartha remained absolutely still, recognizing these illusions for what they were, mere transient thoughts, not his ultimate reality. He knew that succumbing meant sacrificing his profound quest for fleeting satisfaction. His Nintai was his shield, his inner strength, allowing him to see through Mara's charade and remain utterly unmoved. He saw the emptiness behind the glamour, proving that true perseverance involves a clear-eyed recognition of true value versus momentary gratification. When his seductive tactics failed spectacularly, Mara, being the tenacious force he was, shifted gears. He quickly realized that pleasure wouldn't break Siddhartha, so he decided to try terror instead. His next move was to summon his monstrous armies of demons, grotesque creatures designed to instill the most profound fear and wreak utter havoc on the serene scene beneath the Bodhi Tree. Imagine the terrifying spectacle. Hordes of hideous fiends wielding weapons, spewing fire, and making the most ear-splitting roars imaginable. They launched a relentless assault, throwing spears, huge boulders, and arrows at Siddhartha. The air must have been thick with the stench of fear and the deafening clamor of battle. It was a true nightmare come to life. But here's the kicker. As these weapons flew towards him, a miraculous thing happened. Those deadly spears transformed into fragrant flowers, and the massive rocks became soft, gentle petals before they even reached Siddhartha. While physically unharmed, the psychological impact of such an onslaught must have been immense, a brutal test of his mental fortitude. Siddhartha was facing the raw, primal fear of death, excruciating pain, and absolute solitude. His own mind would undoubtedly project the worst-case scenarios, playing tricks on his perception. Every fiber of his being must have screamed to flee, to protect himself from the perceived imminent destruction. What an incredible trial for anyone. This is where Nintai manifests as pure, unadulterated courage. It's the profound ability to remain absolutely calm and utterly centered, even when faced with overwhelming terror and seemingly insurmountable adversity. He didn't fight back physically. His strength lay in his unwavering inner stillness, a powerful refusal to be swayed by the external chaos. He understood that these terrifying apparitions were ultimately just illusions, creations of Mara's deceptive power. His perseverance allowed him to look beyond the terrifying facade and recognize the emptiness of the threats. By holding his ground, both physically and mentally, he demonstrated that true fearlessness isn't the absence of fear, but the mastery over it. After his direct attacks of pleasure and terror utterly failed to dislodge Siddhartha, Mara, ever the cunning strategist, pivoted to an even more insidious tactic. He understood that the deepest wounds often come from within. So he sought to undermine the very foundation of Siddhartha's quest, his legitimacy. He aimed for the prince's self-worth and purpose. Mara's voice, now a whispering insinuation, challenged Siddhartha's right to enlightenment. "Who are you to claim such a lofty goal?" he sneered. "What gives you the authority, the merit, to achieve something so profound? You're just a man, like any other, who truly bears witness to your worthiness." The attack was personal, striking at the core of identity. This wasn't about external threats anymore. It was about the insidious, paralyzing doubt that creeps into our minds when we're utterly exhausted and pushed to our limits. That voice that tells us we're not good enough, that our efforts are futile, that we don't deserve success. It's the most dangerous of all battles, the one against your own self-belief. Siddhartha, having already endured days and nights of intense meditation, hunger, and the previous onslaughts, was undoubtedly at his physical and mental breaking point. The weariness must have been overwhelming. In this vulnerable state, Mara's questions could have easily planted seeds of despair, making him question every step of his arduous journey. But Nintai here transcends mere endurance. It transforms into an unwavering faith in oneself and in the path chosen. It's the profound refusal to surrender to that internal critic, that nagging voice of self-doubt and hopelessness. He knew deep down, despite the fatigue, that his pursuit was righteous and his purpose clear. Siddhartha's unshakable resolve in this moment highlights a crucial lesson. True perseverance isn't just about physical stamina. It's about the sheer mental fortitude to stand firm against the most personal attacks on your worth, to silence the ego's doubts, and to remember your inherent value and the authenticity of your quest. He wouldn't let Mara define him. At the absolute apex of this grueling trial, with Mara's final, most cunning assault echoing in his mind, Siddhartha remained unyielding. He had resisted temptation, defied fear, and silenced doubt. There was no wavering, no giving in. He was a pillar of unwavering determination, an embodiment of Nintai, his resolve as firm as the very earth beneath him. In a moment of profound symbolism and quiet power, Siddhartha extended his right hand, not in anger or defense, but to gently touch the earth. This wasn't a desperate plea, but a powerful, silent affirmation. He was calling upon the earth itself, the silent witness to all ages, to vouch for his accumulated merit, his boundless love, and his deep compassion across countless lifetimes. It was a direct rebuttal to Mara's accusation of unworthiness. The earth, personified, roared its silent approval, trembling in affirmation. This simple, yet incredibly potent gesture declared his fundamental connection to all existence and the inherent purity of his intention. It was a cosmic mic drop, signaling the end of Mara's dominion over him. With that profound act, Mara's power shattered. His demonic armies, once so formidable and terrifying, couldn't withstand the purity of Siddhartha's resolve. They disintegrated, scattering into the ether, their illusions dissolving into nothingness. The oppressive darkness lifted, and an extraordinary calm descended upon the Bodhi Tree, palpable and deeply serene. As the last vestiges of Mara's influence vanished, Siddhartha's mind opened completely, like a lotus blossoming at dawn. He traversed through various stages of meditative absorption, perceiving the true nature of reality. He finally understood the cycle of suffering, its origin, its cessation, and the path leading to its end, the Four Noble Truths. In that sacred moment, Siddhartha Gautama, the determined seeker, ceased to be just a man. He became the Buddha, the awakened one. This wasn't just a personal victory, it was a cosmic event, a testament to the transformative power of Nintai, proving that unwavering perseverance, fused with compassion and wisdom, can truly illuminate the darkest corners of existence. The incredible story of Siddhartha beneath the Bodhi Tree isn't just an ancient parable. Honestly, it's an evergreen blueprint for profound inner transformation. It vividly illustrates that enlightenment, or indeed any truly significant goal in our lives, isn't achieved because challenges magically disappear. Nope, it's forged by our absolutely unshakable perseverance when those challenges inevitably rise up. Each and every one of Mara's temptations, the allure of pleasure, the chilling grip of fear, the insidious whispers of self-doubt, these aren't just details in an old legend. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, stark mirrors reflecting our very own daily trials, the everyday Maras that constantly test our mettle and commitment in modern life. Just think about it. How many times has the immediate gratification of a quick win or an easy pleasure diverted you from a much bigger, more meaningful long-term objective? How often has the paralyzing fear of failure stopped you dead in your tracks, preventing you from even trying something new or pushing through a genuinely difficult situation? And that nagging voice of doubt, oh, it's a sly one, isn't it? How many dreams, how many promising relationships, how many paths we knew in our hearts were right, have we abandoned simply because that internal critic chipped away at our resolve? These aren't just rhetorical questions. They're an invitation to honestly reflect on your own experiences. Nintai, this profound, unwavering perseverance teaches us a crucial lesson. The real battle, dear friends, is rarely found outside ourselves. Oh no, it's truly an internal skirmish. It lives within our capacity to master our own minds, to wisely manage our desires, to bravely conquer our fears, and to fiercely hold on to our purpose, even when the whole wide world seems dead set on tearing us down. By wholeheartedly embracing Nintai, we're not magically eliminating life's inevitable challenges, because let's be real, they're an unavoidable part of this wild journey. Instead, we're actually fortifying our inner resolve, strengthening our capability to face them head-on, to truly learn from every single one, and ultimately, to emerge stronger, infinitely wiser, and so much closer to our own authentic inner truth. So may the powerful story of Buddha inspire each and every one of us to, metaphorically speaking, touch the earth and vehemently affirm our own deep-seated determination. It doesn't matter how profoundly dark the night might seem, how overwhelming the obstacles feel. Remember, just as it was for Siddhartha, you possess an incredible inner fortitude. Thank you so very much for watching and sticking with us through this insightful journey. We genuinely hope it sparked something profound within you. What part of Siddhartha's incredible struggle resonated most deeply with your personal experiences? Please, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and we'll catch you in the next video.